Hello, everybody. Today we're here to talk about Apur Sansar, the final movie in the Apur trilogy directed by Satyajit Ray. And I'm happy to tell you, as much as I did not like Patar Panchali or Aparajito, but if you watch my video on Aparajito, you would have noticed I was saying it got really good at the end, but it didn't go through. Apur Sansar is everything I wanted. This is such a good movie. It's actually incredible. Now, I don't know if it's that good of a movie because the impact of the first two movies finally gets shown in the third movie. But oh my god, Apur Sansar is such an incredible film. It's actually fantastic. Also, I'm pretty sure Apur Sansar is the highest rated Indian movie of all time on Letterboxd, which is kind of insane. So, like when people go to India and they go for highest rated, Apur Sansar is the one which comes up. And I made it a mission to watch the highest rated Indian movie of all time, but I had to go through two movies to get there. Do I think it's a five-star movie? No, because it's still not exactly the kind of movie I enjoy. But I cannot deny how, on an objective level, it's an incredible film. This movie is genuinely fantastic. If most of Satyajit Ray's films are like this, I kind of understand why he's considered the greatest Indian filmmaker of all time. Apur Sansar is fantastic, man. It takes away. It's like a culmination of everything that has been building up, all the way from Patar Panchali, from the very start. We see Apu as a fully grown ass man now, and his life. And man, Apu might just be the unluckiest person in the world. Like on some real shit, he might be unluckiest. And yeah, this movie is just fantastic. It really shows and also I love how uh I mean, now I can appreciate the trilogy more in hindsight, but the way the movie transitions from like, oh, look at the poverty of the village people, to just it takes it in a completely different direction. Like we saw Aparajito where it was set in a city and it was a bit different, but this one also, somehow the three movies feel very different from each other, and I really like that. Like Aparajito is not comparable to Apur Sansar except maybe the last half an hour. And Apur Sansar is fantastic. This whole movie, although the circumstances are a bit funny on how he gets married, but in general, as like purely a character study, I think this is a fantastic film. It's a great film, and I wish it went into a little more depth of how Apur behaves the way he does, because as we get towards the end of the movie, I did feel like you could have explored more of Apur's character, especially once he has a kid. I'm trying to avoid spoilers basically, but I feel like I really shouldn't, because why are you watching why are you watching this video if you haven't watched, or maybe you're watching this video to watch the film. Either way, Apur Sansar is fantastic. I would say going through the very boring and very slow Patar Panchali and the somewhat good Aparajito is definitely worth it in the end, because I feel like it just elevates the experience of Apur Sansar to something so much more. Like you could, and that's the great thing. You could avoid the first two and still watch this, because this doesn't expect you to know what happened in the first two movies, and I think that's fantastic. But knowing what happens in the first two movies really makes this movie hit harder. But even if you ignore, suppose it was just a Sansar and the other two movies didn't exist, it doesn't change the fact that this is still a fantastic film. This movie is really, really good on its own without having the first two prequels involved. But yeah, Apur Sansar, man, it's a really good film. I would highly recommend it. Again, highest rated Indian movie of all time. Do I agree? Not really, but hey, I can see why. Anyway, that's gonna be it from me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you all later.